Hello everyone, welcome to the lecture on basic electrical engineering. In the last lecture we have seen few problems based on Kirchhoff law. So today we'll be continuing the same. For the current flowing in each branch using Kirchhoff law. Find the current flowing in each branches using Kirchhoff law. So this is a Wheatstone bridge. So you are more familiar with this bridge. So we need to find the current flowing in each of the resistance. So here there are three loops which are going to exist. One is I1, I2 and I3. So I'm assuming the direction of the current to be in clockwise direction. So the condition is voltage rise is taken as positive, voltage drop is taken as negative. Remember this point. Now let's take A, B, D, A. This is my first loop. So minus 10 I1 minus 25 I1 plus 25 I2. Again minus 20 I1. This should be minus 20 plus 20 I3. Okay, so there is one more current flowing against this one is I3. So take this as 20 because 20 is shared by loop 1 and loop 3. 25 is shared between loop 1 and loop 2. So let's try to resolve this equation. So add all the I1 terms. So you get minus 55 I1 plus 25 I2 plus 20 I3 equal to 0. This is my equation 1. Now let's look at loop 2. That is B, C, D, B. B, C, D, B. Now this is minus 15 I2. The current flowing in this, I'm starting from point B, so we are flowing in clockwise. Minus 5 I2, but 5 is shared with loop 3, so right, plus 5 I3. Again, it has to go to 25, so minus 25 I2 plus 25 I1 equal to 0. So just write the first term as 25 I1 plus 25 I1. Always write I1 and I2 and I3. Don't write I2, I3, 1. Always start with I1, I2 and I3. End with I3. The number of I's you get. So now, add all the I2 terms. Minus 15, minus 5, minus 20. Minus 20, minus 25, minus 45 I2. Plus 5 I3. This is my equal to 0. This is my second equation. So writing equation is very important. Kindly don't make mistake in that. Just go through the equations, what signs I have taken, and accordingly write the equation and make it a equivalent equation. Now look at loop ADCFEA. ADCFEA. So you current starting from here, minus 20 I3 plus 20 I1. I3 is negative, so voltage drop, but there is one more current against it, that is I1. Again minus I3, minus 5 I3, I'm sorry, plus 5 I2. Now here, it is a voltage rise or voltage drop. It is a voltage rise. So it is moving from lower potential to higher potential. So minus 150 plus 150 equal to 0. So when you solve this equation, what answer you get, we'll see here. So first write the I1, 20 I1. Write the I2 terms. So I2 is plus 5 I2. Now write the I3 terms. Minus 20, so minus 25 I3 equal to minus 150 equal. So this is my equation. I hope you have understood. Just neglect these cancellation part. Okay, so we have got these three equations and we are going to solve this using a calculator so that we can find the current of I1, I2 and I3. So just try to go ahead with this equation 5. So as there are 3 unknowns, I'll be selecting 2. Okay. Now I have to go on adding these numbers. So first is minus 55 I1 plus 25 and 20. So minus 55 equal to 25 equal to 20 equal to 0. The D term is 0. Next, I1 25 equal to minus 45 equal to 5 equal to 0. Next, 25 minus 25 minus 150. Okay. So your I1 nothing but your I1, which is 7.028 ampere. Next, the Y term is nothing but your I2, which is 5.31, or 3, you can write 31, that's enough, equal to your Z is nothing but your I3. So you're getting answer as 12.68 ampere. So this is I1, I2 and I3. So these are the values of the currents which are found in each loop. I1, I2, I3. But at the same time, we need to find the current in each of the branches. So let's see how we can solve that. Now check it out. So the answer for I1 is how much? It is 7.028 ampere. I2 is 5.31 ampere and I3 is 12.68 ampere. So find the current in IAB. So current flowing in IAB is nothing but it is 7.028 ampere only. Now find the current in IBC. Current flowing in IBC is only I2, that is 5.31. Now find the current flowing in AD, IAD. So IAD is what? IAD is nothing but it is shared between current I1 and I3. So I'll take I3 minus I1. That is 12.68 minus 5.31. That is 7.37 ampere. Sorry. I need to take this as 7.028. I'm sorry for this. So 12.68 minus 7.028. So the answer is 5.65 ampere. Okay. So you have found AB, BC and AD. Now we'll find ICD. Again it is, look at the values which is greater here. It is shared between 3 and 2. So 3 and 2. So this is 12 point, again I3 minus I2. 12.68 minus 5.31 ampere. It's nothing but 7.37 ampere. The last is BD, IBD. IBD is what again? It is I2 minus I1. So I1 minus I2. Just take 7.028 minus 5.31. Answer is 1.718 ampere. So this is how you are going to find the current in each of the branches. Okay. Now in the circuit shown, what is the voltage across point CD? What is the voltage across CD if this switch S is open and if the switch S is closed? So this is 20 volt. and here it is 100 volt across this, here it is 120 voltage across this. So let's take the first one wherein the switch S is open. So once the switch S is open, let's redraw the circuit. So as it is, only the red part is missed. So as it is open, so the 1 ohm resistance and 20 volt resistance will be appearing in the circuit. So this is loop 2 I2 and this is loop I1. Apply the loop now. A, B. So as it is, this point is CD only now. This is EF. So A, C, D, B, A. Loop 1. So here, I'm going to start from point A, so it is minus 2I1. Coming back to this, it was minus 10I1 plus 10I2 minus 120 plus 120. As there is a rise, minus and plus equal to 0. Now the overall equation is minus 12I1 plus 10I2 equal to minus 120. This is equation 1 now. Question 1. Loop CEFDC minus I2. I'm going to start from point this. So there is 1 ohm resistance. So current flowing in this I2. So it is not shared with anything. Minus I2. So there is a drop as it is plus and minus. This is plus and minus. There is a higher potential, lower potential. So there is a voltage drop. So minus 20 minus 100 minus 10 I2 plus 10 I1, as this is shared by both the loops. So first write 10 I1. So once you write 10 I1, then minus 11 I2 equal to 120. So now equate this equation by using the formula, using the calculator. 5, 1, as there are only two equations to be found out. Minus 12, 10, minus 120, 10, minus 11, 120. I1 is 3.75 ampere. I2 is minus 7.5 ampere. Now, we need to find the voltage across CD. So, in order to find the voltage across CD, I should have a formula that is ICD into R10 ohm. I have only this value. I know the value of this resistor that is 10 ohm. But I need to find the current, then only I can find the voltage. So this 10 ohm is shared by both the loops. So ICD is what? I1 minus I2. If you take the difference between these two loops, then only you can get to know what is the amount of current flowing in 10 ohm. So 3.75 minus 7.5 ampere. So this is 11.25 ampere. So this will get add. Minus to minus plus. Therefore, VCD is equal to, use this formula, 11.25, that's the current, into R10 ohm. So the answer is 112.5 ampere. So this is the answer across when the switch is open. Switch S is open. So the voltage across CD is 112.5 ampere. So again, I1, I2, we got 3.75 and minus 7.5 for I2. Taking the difference of that, we get 10.25, and we can find the level of VCD for the open circuit as 112.5. Now if you look at switch S is closed. So when the switch S is closed, the 1 ohm and 20 ohm gets closed and they don't appear in a circuit. So what will be the voltage across VCD? So the voltage across VCD will be only 100 volt. That is an open circuit voltage. So this is the final answer. Thank you. We shall see the few more problems in next class. Thank you.